Congratulations on becoming a father. At Dad's Uni, we believe that every man has the potential within them to become a wonderful father to his children. Dad's Uni aims to provide practical biblical training to help young men in growing their families God's way. We hope you find these simple teachings to be both encouraging and informative. Remember, if you enjoy our teachings, please subscribe and like our podcasts, and share them with someone else who also might benefit. Don't forget to check out our free ebooks and blogs on our dadsuni.com website. God bless. John Nolan. Dad's Uni.
Tip 31. Teach your children to express their love for each other.
In many families across our country, a civil war can develop between siblings over the slightest provocation, and with it bring disruption to the entire household. As we may already know, sibling rivalry has been well documented previously, and there are many books that deal expressly with the issue and propose ways to counteract what can be a devastating habit within the ranks of our children. I have always believed it's easier to build a fence at the top of the hill, rather than have an ambulance waiting at the bottom. As a wise man once said, prevention is always better than cure. If we can identify ways to stop our children's relationship from dissolving into a state that is susceptible to sibling rivalry, we will have gone a long way to avoiding our own civil war. We need to realize that siblings having arguments among themselves is part of growing up and learning to be flexible sometimes and assertive at others. This is part of a process that helps shape how we see ourselves, our self-image, and is a normal part of life. The problem comes when resentments can build up between siblings, and last month's issues carry over into this month's argument. To avoid the building up of resentments between your siblings, there should be a process of dealing with the issues that arise, but also of dealing with the emotional damage that is often done when things are said in the heat of the moment during an argument. Long after the issue is forgotten, the hurtful words spoken can still have a damaging effect on the heart of a child. Teaching your children to express their love for each other is like most things in parenting, easier to do the earlier you start. Having your children say, "I love you," on a regular basis is like preventative maintenance on a car. It stops it from breaking down long term. Those few little words can break down the walls that build up between siblings, to heal old wounds, and to encourage new growth in the relationship. It is probably easier to get a girl to express her love verbally than a boy, due to the emotional makeup of females, but boys are well able to say it, even if it is often in their own way. The main thing is that they do express their love for each other, and don't fall into the habit of not saying what they really feel. There is tremendous power released within a family when our ever-present love for each other is verbalized, and as a father, this should be a top priority. During my years as a pastor, I had to perform numerous funerals and dealt with many families who expressed regret that they had failed to verbalize their love for each other regularly, and now at the funeral, it was too late to say what they always felt inside. Life is far too short to miss out on the opportunities that come our way to express our love for our families. By teaching our children this simple process, we can bring peace into our homes and help them to avoid terrible regret later in life.
Suggested action.
Teach your children to express their love for each other regularly. Lead them by your own example.
Scripture references.
1 John chapter 4 verse 7. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God.
Father's testimony.
Of all the titles that I've been privileged to have, the title of Dad has always been the best. Ken Norton.